Nobody is able to take or put away. When you are surrendered to the Lord, there are no accidents anymore. Can I say that again? If you are somebody who surrendered to the Lord, now this does not apply for somebody who's trying to keep control of their own life, Jose. If somebody's listening to me right now and you're fighting, you're not surrendering your will to God, you're not surrendering your finances to God, you're not surrendering your belongings to God and the people in your life, then yeah, there are accidents that can occur. And you never know what's going to happen. But for a person who has surrendered themselves to God, listening to his voice daily, they're not caring about their own desire. It's not first anymore. Their ambition is not first anymore. It's only God's kingdom, not their own desires anymore. If that's you, you know what's happening to you? Whatever comes into your life is not by accident. There are no more accidents. You have to believe your life is so in the hands of God that everything that's happening is because God's doing it.
That's good, bro. That's good.
You got to trust it. You got to trust it.
And you know what? And to that point, bro, I feel like, well, let me just say this, okay? Let me just premise this, because I do feel it. Jeremiah 29. That whole chapter is the people of Israel in exile. They're broken, discouraged, far from what they thought they would be. Yet God says, if you seek me, I love this, bro. I really love this. If you seek me with your whole heart, you will find me. And even before, and even that same chapter, bro, we get what the hallmark of Christian verses, bro. It's on every single, it's on Fireproof, bro. We've seen it in God's Not Dead, like all these movies, bro. Jeremiah 29:11. I have a plan for you, and not to hurt you, not to harm you, but for you to hear my voice. That's my plan. For us to be in communion, for us to be in togetherness. I think the whole story of the Bible and the whole point of the Bible, from Genesis all the way to Revelation, is God's intent to reconcile what was lost, to reconcile us to him, to get us back to the original point of sinless nature, to get us back into that point of community with God. In that same chapter, bro, I feel like we hear that all the time. God has a plan for me. Yes, plans to prosper me. But, bro, like, it's not until you get to that ending of that chapter where it says, if you seek me with your whole heart.
Evan here. Hey, we'll get back to the episode in just one moment. If you're enjoying what you're hearing so far, would you allow me to help you go to the next level? Would you join Daily Disciple? It's my community where I'm able to give you daily content that will transform your discipleship journey with Jesus. We do live Q&As every single Thursday night where I'm able to answer your questions. And we do live prayers every single Wednesday night and every Saturday morning. Listen, discipleship is not just one day of the week. It's every single day. And I'm going to give you enough for an entire year. Along with every single video I give you, I actually give you the exercise for a morning, afternoon, and night in order to connect with Jesus. It's going to transform your life. People's lives are being transformed. Discipleship is what you're called to. Let's do it together. Click the link below. All right, guys, let's get back to the episode.
Then you'll find your plan. Then you'll find my voice. Then you'll find all the answers that you need for life. Can you just, to wrap us up, and we have a little bit more, maybe just end us, can you just maybe speak into, if I had to just sum this up to like one sentence, if I could, I would just say wholehearted pursuit leads to deep encounter. And
the health and condition of your heart is what we've been talking about as well.
Right.
What is in your heart? What's on the throne of your heart? We've talking about many, many things today. And I just want everybody to know who's listening right now. Keep tuning into the podcast because we barely were tapping into the approach. There are so many things to learn about God's voice. We could literally just do a podcast on God's voice nonstop, and we could have a year on year end of podcast episodes every single week. So make sure you tell your friends about it. Every single Thursday at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, we're going live. You can come in here, have your questions answered. And of course, we're going to post it by the next week. But I want you guys to understand the biggest thing we said tonight was the condition of your heart. You're not trying to approach God with physical ears. You're trying to approach God with the ears of your heart. They have to be matured. Remember that your heart is the meeting space of God.
Right.
It is a room that he comes into in order to communicate spirit to spirit. Okay. So you are not trying to approach God anymore, hearing an audible voice. If you do, that's amazing. Okay. But that's not what you're approaching to hear. You're approaching God to hear inside of your heart, the deepest part of yourself, not a physical organ, the deepest part of yourself, for God to speak in your spirit. Now, if it's so gentle like that, if it's a deep place in you, the last thing I'm going to say, and then we're going to pray for you guys. Last thing I'm going to say is this. If it's that gentle and it's that deep, the most important thing is about getting silent enough and still enough to hear it.